The Story of the Farmer and the Golden Seed. There was once a small village nestled in the valley of a majestic mountain range. Arav loved living in his neighborhood, and his neighbors loved him even more. His days consisted mainly of lounging around, socializing with friends, and napping underneath the shade of his trees. While the villagers worked diligently throughout the year, the distractions of life in the village proved too great, and Arav often lost his focus for his tasks. He would begin his work only to be pulled away by distractions, and his farm would remain tended. One day, when Arav was taking an afternoon nap, a mysterious traveler arrived in the village. The traveler, an old man with long silver hair, came to Arav's house and knocked on his door. "Young farmer," the traveler said with a warm smile, "I have something special for you." Arav, still half asleep, whispered, "What is this?" The traveler handed him a small, shiny, golden seed. "This seed," the man explained, "is unlike any other. It can be a magnificent tree that provides richness and success. But it requires your complete precautions, your care, and your efforts. Plant a garden, water it, and tend to it daily. Be patient and consistent, and the rewards will be greater than you can imagine." Arav, fascinated with the golden seed, thanked the traveler and agreed to plant it. He dug a small hole in the ground, gently placed inside the seeds and covered with soil. The next day, Arav went to the garden to check the seeds. He expected them to sprout overnight, as he had heard stories about miracle plants. But the one who disappointed him was that nothing changed. The seeds are still buried on the ground. Arav shrugged and returned to his usual relaxed position. A few days passed, but the sprout still did not appear. Arav's friends came to visit him and noticed that he had some job. "Arav, why don't you follow your garden? The seed needs to be watered and tended regularly. Why do you spend so much time resting?" they asked. Arav sighed and replied, "I have been busy resting and chatting." What is the point of working hard if the seeds show no signs of growing? His friends, knowing that Arav's laziness often makes him give up halfway, remind him of the importance of perseverance. Even the biggest trees start from small seeds. The golden seed will not grow if you do not put in the effort. Reluctantly, Arav agreed. Every morning he woke up early and watered the seeds, pulling out weeds and taking care of the soil. But it seems like a never-ending task. For many days, nothing seemed to change, and Arav began to feel discouraged. He thought, what if this seed was just a trick? What if the traveler fooled me? I've worked so hard and yet nothing happens. But when Arav slept that night, thinking about giving up, he remembered something that his father told him when he was a child. Greatness was not overnight. Hard work and patience form the basis of success. Committed to seeing it, the Arav continued daily care, even though the soil was still empty. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Just when Arav was beginning to lose hope, a small sprout emerged from the ground. It is small, fragile, and delicate, but it is alive. Arav's heart was filled with joy. He worked tirelessly and finally saw the results. From that moment on, he took even better care of the plant, making sure it had everything it needed to grow strong and tall. As the seasons pass, trees grow rapidly. It is no longer the little sprout, but a towering tree with golden leaves that sparkle in the sun. Soon the branches were filled with fruit, golden apples that sparkled in the sun. Arrow realized that the true reward was not just the golden fruit, but the strength he had gained through hard work, patience, and perseverance. The traveler had never lied. The golden seed had indeed grown into a tree that would bring him wealth. But more importantly, it changed Arav. He realized that without hard work, there would be no success, and laziness would only delay the rewards. From that day on, Arav worked diligently on his farm, no longer giving in to distractions. The tree continued to grow, and so did his life. He became the most successful farmer in the valley, not because of luck or magic, but because he learned the value of persistent effort and the power of hard work. Lesson of the story is, clear success doesn't come easily. Every step of hard work brings you closer to your success. But firstly, it requires your dedication, patience, and a willingness to work even more harder even though the rewards aren't visible. When you feel lazy or tempted to give up, remember that growth takes time and the rewards of hard work are worth the effort. It's time to face reality. No one will hand you a golden spoon. You must take charge and turn your dreams into reality.